Netanyahu has finally laid out what Israel wants to do with Palestine. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has presented to the political military cabinet a plan for a post-war settlement in Gaza, a proposal for a day after Hamas, his advisor Dmitry Gendelman said. The presented document suggests that Israel will continue the war until its goals are achieved: the destruction of the military capabilities and power infrastructure of the Palestinian Islamist movement Hamas, the return of prisoners, and preventing the threat from the Gaza Strip for the long term. Under Netanyahu's plan, Israel would then retain operational freedom in the Gaza Strip indefinitely, also maintaining a security zone near the country's borders. Netanyahu also proposes to transfer power in the region to local forces with administrative experience that are not affiliated with terror-supporting states and organizations. A de-radicalization program will be carried out, covering all religious institutions, education, and the social sphere in the Gaza Strip, and this, if possible, with the participation and assistance of Arab states with experience in de-radicalization on their territory, the document said. On the world stage, there is increasing talk that Netanyahu has overreached in strikes on the Gaza Strip and should step down as prime minister. Domestically, a huge number of citizens hold him responsible for the Israeli army's inability to withstand the Hamas attack. Everyone is saying that Netanyahu's political career is over. Such statements have been made for years, but each time the old fox finds loopholes to stay in power. Certainly the provisions described in the plan are unrealizable. Perhaps with this document, Netanyahu is marking himself as a consistent supporter of war, and if anyone opposes him, he will be written up as an accomplice of the Palestinians. Perhaps Netanyahu is raising the bar so that he can blame his political opponents for preventing him from bringing the war to an end. Or perhaps, on the eve of having to start negotiations with Hamas, he is eager to wash his hands of having someone else do it. Let's see. De-radicalization under this plan appears to involve a personnel purge of religious structures, social institutions, and education, and the dismissal of employees suspected of sympathizing with radical Islamist groups. At the same time, the caveat that this part of the plan will be implemented with the participation and assistance of Arab states is, in fact, another offer of cooperation from Tel Aviv to the intelligence services of the Arab countries that are pragmatically cooperating with it. First of all, of course, Egypt, as well as Qatar, and in the future perhaps Jordan, whose relations with Israel are currently going through a difficult period, but may well thaw in the future. Characteristically, speaking only of Arab countries, Israel's representatives leave out Turkey, which also seeks to exert influence on Hamas and the Gaza Strip. However, this thesis does not prevent the possibility of non-public consultations between Tel Aviv and Ankara, including through the intelligence services.